I apologize for interrupting you during your busy time. My name is Ayumu Narumi, calling from Lovekoi Internet Support Dial. I'm Ayumu Narumi, a 26-year-old employee at All Trade Inc., a business outsourcing company. Currently, I work in a call center handling operations outsourced by a major telecom company called Lovekoi Internet. My job involves informing new Lovekoi Internet customers about installation dates and other related matters. Thank you very much for your time. Please have a good day.
Your guidance was as smooth as always. Impressive work, Narumi-kun.
Not really. I just got lucky this time since the customer didn't have any complicated questions. Her name is Emma Tono. She's a colleague at All Trade Inc. and joined the company at the same time as I did. Before working in a call center, Emma was involved in clerical work outsourced from another company. Incidentally, I started working in a call center about 6 months before she did. One day, I was approached by Kuniya Kojo, the call center manager. He's also an employee at All Trade Inc. and is known for being very strict. What's this? You've already met today's quota? Yes, but there are still pending tasks, so I was planning to handle them gradually. Then add 10 more to that. Once you're done, I'll give you another badge. What? This call center is in charge of outbound calls to customers. Managers assign each employee a daily quota of 30 outbound calls. With the busy season approaching, and the increase in new contracts, it's understandable that the number of calls has gone up, but please refrain from giving me 4 urgent callback cases all at once. The customers are waiting, and it would be better to distribute them one by one to the other employees. It's a simple matter of you handling them quickly. Even if everything goes smoothly, each call takes about 10 minutes. If something goes wrong, it could take even longer. If a customer asks for a quick callback and we contact them an hour later, it would leave a bad impression. I told him I could handle one of them, but asked him to distribute the remaining 3 to other employees. Kojo reluctantly agreed and reallocated the cases, but then, "Can you take care of this? Narumi here is too incompetent to handle it." Kojo said it loud enough for me to hear, clearly intending to provoke me, and my irritation only grew. Damn it, instead of treating me like an idiot, how about managing the tasks better? Kojo's petty behavior kept escalating day by day, and it was wearing me down my way home.
Oh, Narumi-kun.
Emma approached me, and my mood lightened a bit. We ended up walking to the station together, but Emma seemed troubled.
You seem to be having a rough time lately.
Yeah, Kojo has been giving me a hard time. It's like he's suddenly decided to single me out.
I'm sorry, but that's my fault.
Huh? What do you mean? As Emma explained, it turned out that Kojo had been hitting on her for some time.
I kept politely rejecting him, but one day he suddenly said, "So you must like Narumi," and walked off before I could deny it. I tried to clarify things afterward, but he wouldn't listen. So now it seems like he sees you as a romantic rival, Narumi-kun.
What the hell? That's ridiculous!
Yeah, I'm really sorry for causing you trouble.
Oh no, it's not you I'm mad at. Seeing Emma shrink down, I scrambled to think of a way to reassure her. Hey, would you consider a transfer?
Huh?
There's an opening at Lovekoi Internet's regional shipping center. Before the call center, I worked at the shipping center at the Tokyo headquarters. I was recently offered a transfer to the regional branch due to a vacancy. They were looking for 2 people, so if you're interested, maybe you could apply too? I think they would accept your request if you mention Kojo as well.
I can transfer, so I'll definitely consider it. Thank you, Narumi-kun.
She gave a relieved smile, as if a heavy burden had been lifted, and I felt a sense of relief too. Emma consulted with HR, and we were both transferred to the regional branch. Today's our first day at the shipping center, and a senior employee is training us.
Narumi-kun, Tono-san, nice to meet you. Narumi-kun, have you worked in shipping before?
Yes, but there might have been changes since I was here, so I would appreciate it if you could guide me from the beginning.
It's my first time, so I'll do my best to learn quickly.
Lovecore Internet's rental equipment is usually shipped from a warehouse. But for urgent needs, the shipping center handles the dispatch. For example, it's useful for replacing faulty equipment or expediting installation dates.
The most important thing is to double-check that the shipping label details match the registered equipment. Check if the shipping label matches the customer's address, name, and requested delivery date. Also, before shipping, verify that the customer information is correctly linked to the equipment details.
Lovecore Internet's equipment only functions when linked to customer information. Sending out unregistered equipment would inconvenience the customer since they wouldn't be able to use it.
Always have someone else double-check the shipping labels and equipment information before sending anything out. Even a small mistake can lead to a big problem, so stay alert.
Yes!
I'm trying to stay positive, but I'm still worried about doing the job well.
On the way home after work, Emma voiced her concern. Well, it's your first day on the job, so it's natural to feel that way. Hey, Tono-san, the fundamental aspects of the call center and the shipping center are the same. The key is how well we can meet the needs of Lovecore Internet's customers. You've gained a lot of experience at the call center, right? As a result, you've learned to listen carefully to customer needs and adapt quickly, haven't you? That experience will definitely be useful at the shipping center. Once you've learned the ropes, you'll become a top performer here too. Let's work together to make that happen.
Yeah, thank you. When you say it, Narumi-kun, it really feels like it could be true.
Time passed, and Emma has indeed become a top performer.
Narumi-kun, could you check the equipment I prepared? It was a last-minute request, but I managed to get it done before the shipping deadline.
Sure thing. You've really got the hang of this job now, Tono-san.
You think so?
I'm glad to see Tono-san doing so well. She's gotten used to the job, but it's also probably because she no longer has to deal with Kojo. The call center is at the Tokyo headquarters, so it's rare for managers to come all the way to a regional branch. I hope things stay peaceful like this. Meanwhile, back at All Trade Inc., a bit of drama was unfolding in the HR department. Why won't you approve my transfer?
We've received multiple reports about your behavior toward Tono-san and Narumi-kun. There's no way we can approve transferring you to their department under those circumstances. You should be reflecting on your demotion to an operator instead of wasting time with such nonsense.
Apparently, former manager Kojo had requested the transfer to our department, but was denied. His harassment of us had been reported, leading to his demotion. Now, he's handling customer service calls instead of managerial duties. Damn it, they just ran away. Why am I the one who's stuck in this mess? It seems Kojo's mind is preoccupied with everything but his actual work. A few days later, Emma and I had the same day off, so we went to a home electronics store together. You're looking for a small freezer, right?
Yeah, I eat a lot of ice cream, but my current freezer doesn't have enough space. So I'm thinking of getting a dedicated freezer just for ice cream.
Really? How much do you eat in a day?
Let's see. I'd say I eat at least 5 a day.
What?
When I'm tired, I crave chocolate-flavored ice cream. But then I want something to cleanse my palate, so I go for a sherbet. And before I know it, I've eaten 5 just to feel satisfied.
Tono-san, you're quite the big eater. Despite my surprise at Tono-san's unexpected appetite, we successfully purchased a small freezer. Just as we were about to leave, I noticed the Lovecore Internet sign-up booth.
Those customers look really happy.
Yeah, I bet they're excited to start using Lovecore Internet services. In our work, we don't usually get to see customers face to face, but seeing this up close makes me realize how our work truly connects with people. We may only be contractors, not actual employees of Lovecore Internet, but I want to continue working sincerely so we don't disappoint those smiles.
Yeah, you're right. We don't hear customers' voices directly anymore, unlike in the call center. But the shipping center's work still involves dealing with customers. We can still improve a lot, don't you think?
Yeah, I think so too. Tono-san is really amazing. She's so dedicated to her work and always gives her best effort. For a while, I was mesmerized by the look of determination on her face. A few months later, the new manager at the call center was giving Kojo a stern look. Customer satisfaction scores from call surveys have been steadily declining. I have reviewed the feedback, and all the complaints were about calls handled by you, Kojo. No way! I was a manager, you know! There's no way I would handle a call poorly enough to get complaints! Just because you were promoted doesn't mean your call handling skills are perfect. But if you can't manage basic tasks, how can you handle escalations? If Kojo had been performing at his best, these complaints wouldn't have happened. But I also reviewed the recorded calls, and it seemed like you weren't focused on the conversations. You also tried to cut off the calls when they were taking too long. Given that, it's no wonder customers felt you were being careless. Kojo wasn't focused on his work, likely distracted by other things. As a result, customer dissatisfaction grew with each call he handled. If Narumi-kun were here, our customer satisfaction might have improved. But it's too late to say that now. Damn it! Why is everyone always going on about Narumi? Kojo was desperate to improve the customer satisfaction scores. He tried to fulfill every customer request, no matter what. Yes, we have an opening on the day you requested, so I'll book your installation for that day. Of course, it's not wrong to try to meet customer needs, but... Kojo, this installation is double booked! Kojo had made the booking without checking the availability properly, leading to a double booking. No! I double-checked that it was available! This booking was made a week ago. It's clearly Kojo's oversight. You need to call the customer immediately to correct and apologize. I'm sorry, but we can't do the installation on your requested date.
What? You told me it was available. So I planned everything around that.
I'm sorry, but there's nothing we can do now.
What do you mean, nothing? You make it sound like it's my fault. I want to speak to your manager right now.
We sincerely apologize for the inconvenience caused by Kojo's actions. It seems that the customer was appeased by the manager's intervention, but...
Mistakes can happen, but trying to avoid responsibility is unacceptable.
Kojo was placed on suspension until a formal decision on his punishment could be made. Whoa, getting caught up in all that drama. I can only say good riddance.
It feels like transferring was the right choice in so many ways. Of course, I feel sorry for the HR department and everyone else at the call center except Kojo.
On our way home after work, Emma and I discussed the rumors we had heard about former manager Kojo. There you are, Emma-chan!
Kojo-san? Why are you...
I stood between Emma and Kojo, who was supposed to be on suspension, to keep him away from her. What are you doing here? You're supposed to be under house arrest. Shut up! If you hadn't gotten in my way, I wouldn't be in this mess. Emma-chan, why would you choose someone like Narumi? He couldn't even follow my instructions properly. He's useless. I was the one who made it to manager. I'm more capable and can make you happy. Sure, I'm going through a rough patch, but with you by my side, I'll be back as a manager in no time. So come back to the call center with me.
No! I don't want to.
Why not? I've always been kind to you, haven't I? This is something I learned after the transfer, but Kojo had been trying to pamper Emma all along. When she first joined the call center, he kept saying, Emma-chan doesn't need to do anything. I promise, I'll never make you feel stressed again. At that moment, I sensed that Emma's fear had shifted to another emotion.
That's right. Kojo-san, you never pushed me too hard.
Really? I never you'd understand. I just wanted to be kind to you. Kojo's eyes lit up as if Emma's words confirmed his feelings. The shipping center job isn't without its challenges, is it? You're better off where I can protect you from all that stress.
But that's not what I wanted.
What?
I didn't want to be pampered. I wanted to be able to do my job like everyone else. But whenever I asked for advice, all you would say was, you don't need to do anything. It made me feel useless. Like I would never amount to anything. But it was Narumi-kun who supported me through that.
I think you're overcomplicating things, Tono-san. Emma used to get really down when she was struggling with the call center job. I thought it was a shame to see her so upset, so I gave her some advice, even though I knew it might be unwelcome. Sure, we have quotas, but the job exists because of the customers, right? So I think the most important thing is to keep thinking about what we can do for each customer.
Narumi-kun's words made me realize that I was overwhelmed. I didn't have the mental space to truly connect with the customers. After that, Narumi-kun kept helping me, bringing out my strengths.
While talking with her, I noticed that Emma was quick to learn and had a good sense of intuition. So I thought if she could understand how to answer certain questions, she would become a valuable asset. As a result, Emma started asking more questions about how to handle different situations, and her work worries decreased in turn.
Narumi-kun genuinely cares about people who are struggling. His high customer satisfaction scores were probably because of that. That's why I fell for Narumi-kun. Because he said we'd work hard together. Kojo-san, you just wanted to indulge me for your own satisfaction. That didn't make me happy at all, and I could never love you for it.
That's... Kojo-san, I'm sure you were competent enough to become a manager. But I don't feel like you genuinely care about the customer's feelings anymore. Because if you did, you wouldn't be making so many mistakes that upset them. The harassment before I transferred, and the mistakes he made afterward, could have been avoided if he had considered the customer's feelings. My guess is that he was treating each call as just another task, without considering the person on the other end. Maybe that's why he didn't realize there was a human being on the other side of the phone. And I'll be reporting to the company that you came all the way out here during your suspension. Please stop harassing Tono-san. If you try anything like this again, I won't hesitate to involve the police. Kojo was eventually fired from all trade for violating his suspension terms. He's still hung up on getting rejected by Emma, and hasn't looked for another job, staying holed up in his room. Why, Emma-chan, she could have been happy with me. Kojo mumbles to himself as he stares blankly into space. If he doesn't change his self-centered way of thinking, he'll never be able to move on. Meanwhile, as for us... Wait, I didn't have time to think about it earlier, but... Tono-san said, she likes me? The day Kojo showed up, I was walking with Emma, and suddenly, my face felt hot.
So... Narumi-kun?
Next to me, Emma's face was bright red, even in the dark, making it clear that I hadn't misheard her. Tono-san, I've also been drawn to how dedicated you are to everything you do. Would you go out with me?
Yes!
In our work, we don't meet customers face to face, but we must never forget that they are real people. Each customer has a life, and our job is to help make their lives better. With that in mind, we'll continue to approach our work and our customers with sincerity. I ate my school lunch vigorously. My name is Uto Hirosaki. I grew up in a single-parent household, and we didn't have enough to make ends meet, so I spent my days not being able to eat enough. Hey, you're eating like a dog. You're so filthy. My classmate Hitori Misawa makes fun of me. He must have found it funny to see me desperately eating. You always get a second serving too, even though everyone pays the same amount for school lunch. Isn't that cheating? Hey Iroha, you think so too, right? Misawa speaks to the person next to him. She's Iroha Towada, the most beautiful girl in school.
I don't think so. Everyone always doesn't finish school lunch. The people who made it for us must be happy when kids like Uto eat them up.
Thank you. However, the minds of elementary school students are quite sensitive. Thinking about Misawa's words, I stopped eating.
Hey, Uto-kun, come over to my house today?
Huh?
My family runs a restaurant. Dad says if I have any friends who are hungry, bring them. Because his hobby is to make hungry people full. I think you would be perfect.
Should I be happy? But I can't refuse such an attractive offer. I decided to accept her invitation. And after school, Iroha-san took me to a cafeteria and told her parents about my situation. Then, "Hey, eat as much as you want. It's meals I made for employees." I was filled with joy as I saw a pile of curry with lots of ingredients in front of me. Whoa, looks really delicious. But the money... I said I made it for employees. No money needed. Oh, whoa. Thank you very much. I'll definitely return this favor. Returning the favor? You see, the way to do that to a chef is to eat all the food. Customers these days are so picky that they don't eat up. It makes me a little sad. Oh, there's no food I don't like. I'll eat it all. Itadakimasu. Nice! Iroha's father, Yamato Towada's smile filled my heart. Since then, Iroha-san took me to her cafeteria every day. Yamato-san always gave me leftovers, so I ate them at home with my mother, Yukiko. She was also deeply grateful, and she went to Yamato-san's cafeteria many times to thank him.
It's okay. It would be a waste to throw them out, so we would be happy if you ate them. Besides, Yukiko-san, you helped me out a long time ago. That was such a long time ago. I'm sorry that I'm making you treat me so well. Don't say that. We are happy to be able to give back to you, okay?
The family relationship continued for several years. One day, my mother decided to work at her relative's company. However, her workplace was far away, so we had to leave our hometown. I'll be a chef when I grow up. I want to make everyone smile with delicious food like Yamato-san. If I could become a great chef, I would like to work with you at this cafeteria. There are no words that make me happier than that. Thank you. I'll be waiting. I promised Iroha-san that I would send her a New Year's card and said goodbye in tears.
Hirosaki, finish this!
Yes, ma'am. Then time passed and I turned 25. I'm currently working as a chef at a restaurant run by a major company. I attended a vocational school and got a job at a major company in order to pay off my student loan. Recently, I was given the responsibility of designing the menu by the head chef, so I was full of motivation.
There's a customer who would like to meet the chef who came up with the new menu. That must be you, Hirosaki. Go!
Oh, it's you, huh? My muscles are screaming with joy at the dishes you came up with. Thank you.
Bleh. This customer's a little extreme, but customers sometimes express their happiness like this. That makes me very happy. I continue to improve my skills every day while feeling motivated. Huh? I'm gonna be a member of our new restaurant?
Yeah, it'll be in your hometown. The company decided to open a Western restaurant there. You're well received by the management, plus I recommended you to them.
This is a rare opportunity, and I can meet Iroha and others again. At the same time, I remember my dream of working with Yamato-san. My skills are still immature, but Yamato-san must be getting old. I need to think about my future properly. What should I do? Huh? Around the same time, Iroha sent me a postcard. It was an announcement that Yamato-san had passed away. Huh? Why? As soon as I saw the words eternal rest, my mind went blank. My mother was calling out to me, but I couldn't hear her very well. Oh. Once I got through the busy season, I couldn't stay still, so I decided to take a break and return to my hometown. When I visited Iroha's cafeteria, it was completely deserted. I couldn't do anything in return. Huh? Are you perhaps Hirosaki? Why did you come back now after all these years? When I turned around, Misawa was there, now an adult. I feel disgusted by that grinning smile. Towada's cafeteria is on the verge of going out of business. I feel sorry about her father too. You know something? Why did that happen all of a sudden? Huh? Are you not aware of it? It's your fault, you know. Huh? Then, as if she heard our voices, the door to the dining room swung open.
Uto-kun, this way!
The person who appeared was Iroha. She didn't let me say anything and pulled me inside. Hey, Iroha. Don't be so blunt just because you're too shy to see me. But Iroha didn't answer and she just closed the door.
Uto-kun, right? Long time no see. I'm glad you came.
Iroha's mother Hiyori-san was also there. There was no one else in the cafeteria, and it was empty. Iroha-san, Hiyori-san, it's been a while,
My dad, right? Yeah, he collapsed from overwork and just like that. Thank you for sending us the morning gift.
Iroha answers, lowering her head. All I could do was nod quietly.
The diner, I think it's at its limit. The number of customers has been decreasing even before my father passed away. Misawa-kun's family runs a restaurant chain that's fairly famous in the area, right? A few years ago, they said they would help us if our store became part of the chain, but my father refused. Then, Misawa-kun opened a restaurant nearby, and the number of customers decreased further. Then, the number of negative reviews online increased. When we were thinking of doing our best, my dad...
Iroha's voice gradually loses its strength. It must have been so painful. But I don't want to lose even this diner that Yamato-san left. I'm a chef now, at a fairly famous place. I myself have been featured in magazines too. So, please hire me here. Please let me return the favor now. Iroha and Hiyori-san are confused by my words.
But Uto-kun, you work at that restaurant, right? We can't even pay you properly. Yeah, it's an important time for Uto-kun. I can't cause you any trouble.
I don't need money. I am who I am today because I was saved by you guys and this diner. Besides, Iroha, you wouldn't want to give up either, right? I know how much you love this diner. Then Iroha nods timidly.
Yeah, that's right. I don't want to give up. I want to protect my father's diner. Is it really okay?
I smiled softly while holding her hand. Iroha burst into tears. Then I bowed to the head chef and was no longer part of the new restaurant's team. Then, I told him the situation and announced my intention to resign. Then, for some reason, it seems the president heard the story and... Huh? It'll be treated as a leave of absence? And I'm permitted to have a side job? What does this mean? Seriously?
Since it's a special case, it will be treated as voluntary, and you will not receive any allowances. But the president says you don't have to quit.
I can't believe this is happening, but honestly, I'm really grateful. So I took a temporary leave of absence and decided to help out at Iroha's diner.
Wow! Uto-kun, you're amazing! Professional chefs are so different after all, it's divine!
That's an exaggeration. And even with these skills, I can't compete with Yamato-san's delicious cooking.
Thank you. Hey, teach me how to do it?
We inherited the existing recipes and developed new menu items as well. Then customers started coming back little by little, and our good reputation spread by word of mouth.
There's an online article about a promising young chef running a local diner. Look!
Whoa, but this is Iroha's restaurant. I feel a bit sorry.
Don't be. Thanks to you, it has come back to life. You're already an important member of our team.
Hiyori-san nods in agreement. That nostalgic warmth makes me want to cry. Yamato-san, I'll protect this cafeteria. Watch me. Then I got the help of a friend and got all tables and chairs for free. I was also introduced to a company where the exterior could be repaired affordably. Meanwhile, Misawa's store was running into financial difficulties. It was offering Western food. However, my company opened a similar restaurant nearby, so their customers were taken away. I didn't know such a major company was coming to this town. Iroha's Diner doesn't seem to be affected though. Iroha's Diner has always been popular for offering affordable dishes, so its selling point was different from that of my company. Shit! It's him! Ever since Hirosaki came back, it's been a mess. I can't forgive him.
Thank you very much!
Iroha sees off the customer with a smile. Her bright smile is back. The number of customers is increasing, and the atmosphere is getting better. And around the end of lunch hours, that guy came again.
Oh, sorry, we are closed. Oh.
An unwanted guest appears. Yes, it's Misawa. Hirosaki, I have something to talk to you about. Come here, will ya? Huh? I picked up my phone thinking I should call the police, but Misawa saw it and stopped me in a hurry. Don't you want to know about Iroha's father? Will you go home if I listen to you? Previously, Misawa said it was my fault. I was curious about that. Misawa, you said earlier that it was my fault that the cafeteria became deserted. What did you mean by that? I got to the point right away. Then Misawa grinned. You don't know yet, huh? Iroha's father died because of you, Hirosaki. I won't forgive you if it's a bad joke. It's no joke, because you made a promise, right? That you were gonna work together with him. I surely said that, and Yamato-san said he will be waiting for me. But his diner wasn't doing well, so I asked my parents' company to help this diner, you know? To improve performance, owners must make efforts, renovating the building, changing cooking methods. But that old man refused my proposal. You know why? He said,
When Uto-kun comes back, I want to welcome him with the same diner as he remembers.
ugh. He wanted to teach you how to make their secret menu at the same restaurant, using the same cooking method. My heart started beating faster little by little. I couldn't stop it. What a heartwarming story, isn't it? But, as a result, their sales have declined, and he overworked. And he died from overwork. See? Your words became the curse that killed him. Hey, Uto-kun? Do you think you have any rights to be next to Iroha?
Don't talk anymore. I don't think I can control my anger anymore.
Huh?
I grabbed Misawa by the chest and glared at him. My eyes may be a little bloodshot. You've missed the most important part, didn't you? That you said, in exchange for letting them join your company, you try to force Iroha to marry you.
A year before Yamato-san passed away, Misawa offered a deal when he was alone. However, Yamato-san refused, but Misawa didn't back down. If you want to protect your diner, let my company buy your business. He then demanded that Iroha marry him too. But he was chased out by Yamato-san. What? Did he tell Iroha about that? He said he won't because he didn't want his daughter to feel bad. Iroha and Hiyori-san don't know, but the neighbors were watching you know? Some of the regulars were friends of Yamato-san. They heard directly from Yamato-san too. I wanted to know more about Yamato-san, so I asked his friend out for a drink. And he told me. My grip on Misawa became stronger. He certainly made a promise with me, so I regretted it too. But most of all, he just didn't want to involve his daughter. Yamato-san is that kind of person. Damn it! You cheeky bastard! Oh, hey Misawa-kun. Were you jealous that I've been close with Iroha? Misawa's face turns red. Looks like I hit the head on the nail. When things didn't work out, he opened a store nearby and took in their customers. He also posted those negative reviews? You freaking coward. You, don't get so cocky, poor guy.
Uto-kun!
Then Iroha opened the back door and appeared. I
Apparently, she was listening.
Misawa-kun, is what he just said true?
That's because... it's because you've always favored this guy.
Misawa becomes annoyed and screams.
Why? I'm better than this guy, and I like you more.
Then Iroha squinted and let out a small sigh.
Of course he's more special to me. Uto-kun and his mother Yukiko-san saved my life.
Huh?
So when he found out that Uto was in trouble, I took him to our cafeteria.
What do you mean?
I first learned about this story when my mom went to their cafeteria to thank them. Apparently, it happened the year I was born.
It's okay, ma'am. I just called an ambulance. It's okay.
Hiyori-san, who was pregnant at the time, had to go out because she had something to do. Unfortunately, her water broke out on the way home, and at the same time, she started having intense contractions. Then my mother happened to find Hiyori-san in a panic and rescued her.
I'm sorry. I'm sorry. My mind went blank, thinking if something happened to my baby. This is your first time, right? It's natural to feel anxious. It's okay. It's okay.
Then I, who was a baby at the time, patted Hiyori-san on the head as if to comfort her.
He says it's okay too. He's only 6 months old, so he'll be the same age as your baby. You know, maybe they'll go to the same school when they grow up. Let's look forward to welcoming the baby. Thank you. Thank you!
Immediately afterwards, she was taken to the hospital. Yamata-san also rushed to the hospital, and Iroha was born safely.
I was saved by Uto-kun and his mother, so I returned the favor. And now Uto-kun is helping me again. We've been helping each other like this for a long time. That's why he's special and important to me. And I love him. He's completely different from you, who can only take something from others. Don't ever come here again.
No way.
Also, Iroha's diner will be affiliated with the company I work for. They promised that they would keep the management as is, and leave everything to me. Misawa's face turns pale, and he hangs his head in dismay.
Sorry.
Apologies for self-satisfaction are meaningless. Go home. Then Misawa started walking unsteadily and went somewhere. Hitori Misawa, I'm saying this as the next president. You're fired.
Huh?
Later, Misawa was fired from the company run by his parents. You forced your employees to write bad reviews about a certain diner, didn't you? There was a tip-off. And you opened a restaurant near that diner, but sales were in tatters. I was a fool to leave it to you. The company will rot if people like you are at the top. We have a duty to protect your employees.
Still fired? Are you abandoning your family? Wait, Nichan!
Oh, and it has been decided that we will become a subsidiary of that major company, Koihana Co. It's the same company that the restaurant you were devoted to became part of.
No way!
Therefore, it is necessary to show sincerity to our new parent company. You're fired. I'm actually showing you mercy for not giving you any more punishment. And before Misawa could argue, he was kicked out of the room. He was cut off ties with his family too. Hitori, meaning alone, was now truly alone. Having lost everything, he was unable to recover and started living on the streets. Just like that, he disappeared without being loved by anyone. So, we kicked him out. We apologize for the inconvenience. Our company's performance was declining, and it was becoming difficult to protect our employees. Thank you for the offer. But I heard it through rumors. Is it true that you took this action for one employee over your company? Hayato Fujisawa, president of Koihana Co., smiled when he was asked that. I see. That's crazy but incredible. By the way, President Fujisawa's favorite saying is, "Whatever saves one person, saves the world." A few months later, we closed the restaurant and came to visit Yamata-san's grave. Yamata-san, sorry for being late. So, I have something to report today. I'll continue to work at that restaurant from now on. And I got engaged to Iroha. I'll always protect that diner, the precious place you left us.
So, Dad, don't worry.
Then a warm wind blew strong. Yamata-san? A nostalgic smell along with the breeze. I was so happy that I called out his name. Thank you very much, Yamata-san. Yamata-san was like a father to me, who grew up in a single-parent household. I loved him so much. People's compassion never goes away. I'll never forget the kindness that Iroha-san, Hiyori-san, and Yamata-san showed